Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. So today once again it's a Sunday and we have brought out one more video in front of you. In fact, this is a very important video, though not a technical one. Many of you must be confused, must be worried about the career decisions that you are going to make in the upcoming season. Because of the pandemic, many of you are struggling to make a decision. In fact, I received a couple of messages as well as a couple of comments on my YouTube videos as well, that what do you think can be our career option, or what should we choose after passing out of BTech. So I'm going to explore one of those options. I am going to make a detailed video what are your possible options after completing a BTech. That will be a different video altogether, but today I'm going to explore one of the options which is rarely being taken upon and only being taken upon by 0.1% of the students studying BTech. We will explore the reason why as well. Yes, the thing that we are talking about are startups. Startups, first of all, the definition of startups has been misexplained by many people, and moreover, people conceive it in a different sense. Startup is anything that is budding, that is just starting up or just growing up in the market. That doesn't have a proper investment base, that doesn't have a big capital to support its back. Anything like that which is started as a newbie, innovative, or like an initiative business is a startup. So the regular businesses, the ones that are cliche, so-called cliche in the market, like the food or the medicine shops, can also act as startups initially, because they are also small scale businesses that are not having very big investors or investment to support their back. So any newbie venture that desires to have an investment is a startup. And it has to be unexperienced lot of people that are starting up a new firm to do something. Now it can be a orthodox business in its true sense, or it can be an innovative idea that has not been explored in the prior sector. Now I'm going to talk about four things that are there in the market and will always remain there irrespective of the situation of the market, and those four things will always dominate the market irrespective of the downfall of economy or anything. These are the four basic requirements of human beings. So if you are planning business in these four sectors, let me tell you that you are safe, in the sense that you don't need to create a demand of your product in the market, because there is already existing demand that you need to meet in the market. But having said that, you have a lot of competition, because there are a lot of people already present in the business that are doing that on a regular basis, and they're having that business, running that business since the last 10 to 20 years. So doing that on a regular basis, it's going to be tough to beat them. It's about the innovativeness you bring into that cliche sector which defines you as a brand. So what are those four sectors? Textile, that is anything that I wear, beginning from my t-shirts to my shirts to my goggles, including all of these things, all of these stuffs, I'm considering it into the textile, or the industry which deals with this t-shirts or the shirts or the pants or the garments industry in all total, with the belongings, the physical belongings, like the glasses, the shoes, the armbands, all of these, the accessories in particular. I'm considering this as an industry which has an ever increasing demand. One more industry is the food industry, that we always know. When we talk of Hindi films, we know roti, kapda, makan. These three things are the basic necessities of human beings, and that's why they are always going to have a potential cap in the market. So you don't need to find your customers. The customers will come to you, provided you do your marketing, you do your strategy well enough. It's about how you bring a new wave, or what new you do to bring in the audience in that market. Textile, food is something that has been explored time and again. You can have your cafes, you can have your restaurants, you can have your food delivery chain. You can act as an intermediary between two delivery chains, just like Zomato or Swiggy does B2B or B2C businesses. So you see, there are a lot of options that you can explore when it comes to the food sector. You can have your own restaurant, cafes, as well as you can act as an intermediary between two already existing businesses. You can open your own food chain service as well. So delivery plus manufacturing. In textile as well, you can act as the intermediary, or you can act as the manufacturer. I'm going to talk about my business as well, how I have established it. And I also have a business established in the textile industry, how it started and how I proceeded with it. I'm going to explain you the marketing strategies of the same. Third sector is medicine. Yes, an ever increasing demand apart from roti kabada makan nowadays is medicine. There have been apps that have come out for help in these tough times, particularly in these times of pandemic, when people are facing such a course time. There is not a noble job better than doctors and the ones that are producing the medicines, the pharmaceutical engineers, or the pharmaceutics factory. The pharma factory is doing, the industry is doing superb. So if you can have a say there, you can also have a good business. Yes, not converting the pandemic into business, that is a noble deed that you are doing, but you can earn decently even when the times are good. You can earn decently in the pharma industry in particular. Now, talking of the fourth industry is the brokerage, or what you call the residents, the promoter, particularly the ones that are involved in making and selling the buildings, the contractors that work in setting up the flats. So basically, this is a saturated market now, because flats have stopped coming lately, and it is already explored market, but still there is a lot of scope. There are a lot of barren land still left, and there is a lot of deforestation, unfortunately, that is going on for building in habitat for the people. So this market will also not die off soon. So brokerage, or makan, the fourth pillar of it all, will always be there. So these four sectors, if you're exploring, you don't need to have a plan of action, or you don't need to cater to the audience. You don't need to find your market. You already have an existing market. You just need to explore. You just need to give new lucrative offers. You need to have new innovative plans to explore that cliche market and bring out the audience, because there is a lot of competition as well. Now, talking about a new sector, as Steve Jobs said once, that people do not know what they want until you, as a seller, tell them that this is what you want. iPhone, iPad, iPod, who knew that they need these things? But Steve Jobs told their customers, Apple told their customers, that you need it. When he was asked that, did you know that there will be a potential market? You will have customers. He told that we never have customers. We have to build it. We have to make the customers believe that they need this product. And that is where your market analysis starts. Can you, with your plan, go in the market and convince the people? Are you convinced yourself enough that you can convince the people and sell your plan and bring the audience on the next step? Can you find the customers? First of all, if you can find the customers, well and good. Your one step is done. So firstly, cliche market, which has already existing customers. Another is something that is new to explore. So you can do that. Talking of my startup, I have a small startup of selling t-shirts, colleges, for college fests, for corporates, for on our official page on Facebook, we sell our designer t-shirts. We manufacture customized t-shirts as well. We are named Createes, and I have been doing this business since 2016-17 juncture, and we have been successfully running this business. And last year we have had a turnaround of about 4 lakhs to 5 lakhs in spite of the tough times of COVID. So we are doing pretty good, you see. Textile industry is much unexplored. So if you can bring new designs, if you can bring new innovativeness, you will get customers out there. Yes, a lot of competitors are there, but if you can produce quality with innovative designs, you are definitely going to cater customers. It's all about delivering on time. Now, third thing, when you find the customer, when you have set up your business plan, you have a plan of action in hand, goes without saying. Now comes the investment. How much investment do you need? Write down those things. You need an apartment. What is going to be the rent? First of all, do not buy an apartment. If you have one, use it, no problem. But try to get a rent. Try to get an apartment on a rent. Try to look for investors. Make a list of the investment that you need. Primarily, if it's a product-based company, you need to procure the products first and then set up the store and then deliver. If it's a running business which runs on the income of the previous day, well and good. You just need to make an initial capital investment. What is that? How much is that? For my business, it was zero. I had no money. I was penniless, and all I had to do was act as an intermediary. Yes, the best business strategy at the beginning of your career, if you are a newbie in case of startups, is to act as an intermediary. What you do is take advance from the customer. What we used to do as an initial, in our initial stages, now we are manufacturing. What we used to do was basically B2B. That is, we got the customers, convinced the customers that we sell t-shirts. We got the delivers, like the one who delivers the product, the suppliers, the manufacturers. We got in good terms with both of them. We act as an intermediary. We took a small cut in the transaction, and we bought from the suppliers, gave it to the customers at the cheapest rate that they could have imagined. And for the manufacturers, we were getting them the customers 300, 400, so it was easier for the to convince them, particularly for the bulk products. Now we have a manufacturing unit. We also go for DTG printing from Tamil Nadu. We get it delivered at your doorstep, even customized t-shirts. So we are doing good. Slowly we have established ourselves. We have started with zero budget. We used to take 50% from the customer itself and deliver that 50% to the supplier, keeping cut in between. When the final delivery was done, we would give the final delivery to the customer, get the rest of the 50%, and we would give the 50% to the supplier. Yes, once we had the capital, once we had the profit in each of the transaction, we had made a fund, then we used to like take only 30% or 20% of the advance. And in cases we didn't even take the advance, we took a risk, because you need to take risks to establish yourself in the market. Because when you are doing it without any taking in advance, you're convincing the customer that you are reliable enough, because you are taking it on yourself, you're taking the risk yourself. But there are a lot of risks involved. You cannot take responsibility for the one who is manufacturing a product. Happened a couple of times with us as well. We have been betrayed, we have been given poor quality products by our suppliers, and we have heard a lot from the customers end as well. But we have established, we have gathered profit, and then we have started manufacturing. So investment is a big thing. Are you ready to invest? If not, act as an intermediary. After that comes the plan of action. As the movie is written thrice, similarly business is also written thrice. One is the plan of action that you plan, one that you execute it. Your execution team, your team of workers is very important. I had a team of workers of 2 to 3 people. You can have more than that. Certain businesses have only one man, lone wolf. If you are a lone wolf, it's going to be difficult. You have to dedicate all your time in and out there. If it's an online portal, well and good. It's a digital market, well and good. But there needs to be a scope of where you can dedicate a lot of time in that particular venture. And you need to move in and convince the customers day in and day out. You need to have physical interactions with the customers. You need to have conversations over the phone. Convince them that your product is worthwhile to buy. And then you see, if you're a service provider, then that's a different issue. You have to approach it differently. First of all, decide whether you are a product manufacturer, you're a producer, you're giving a good, or you're giving a service. Whether you're giving service or whether you're giving goods, your approach will vary accordingly. Once you have the investment, you execute the plan of action accordingly. Get the apartment, get the place where you are setting up your thing, maybe your house. Get the back-end job done. Most importantly, get a website, get a Facebook page. First of all, you need to work a lot. If you are not a computer engineer, the website is looking a little difficult. If you're one of your partners is a computer engineer, which was not in our case. So for our case, website was difficult, and it's still a myth. We are working on our website now. Work on your Facebook page. First of all, launch a Facebook page. Start marketing everywhere. I am a social marketing explorer, I would say, not an expert, subject matter expert, but I've explored a lot about social media marketing. Use terminologies that attracts the crowd. Free t-shirts. Give your first order for free. Give a merchandise, like give your first order for free. Attract the customers. First, make the customer base. Keep your prices low, and then slowly build upon it. Slowly increase the price. Happens in any business. You need to first get the customer base and then slowly build upon it. See, the problem with startups is that mostly backbenchers approach it, because backbenchers have nothing else to do. They have their shoulders laid on the wall, and they've lost the battle. Peet diwar pe lag gayi hai. That is the last resort. But for engineers, for bright students, the thing has always been, why to leave a secure job? Why to leave something you're good at for something that is so uncertain? But at a certain point of time, you need to take the leap of faith. Otherwise, you will keep on working for someone else throughout your life. Startup is a good domain to explore. But one virtue that is very, very important in a startup is your tenacity to pull it till the end. Is your patience to survive. Is your constant dedication to do the thing. That is what you need. You need a patient and calm and cool mind to be a startup guy. So first of all, judge yourself. Can you hold the patience for 2 years to reach a break even. Break even is a point when you face no profit, no loss. Whatever is your investment, you get it back. Not many people do the business that I have been doing. Initially, you need to make investment, regular investments, and you're going to reach a trade-off. We have had our mistakes. We have had our misfortunes in business. We will talk about that in a later phase. But be prepared for the losses at your initial stages. 2 years, you need to reach a break even, and then you will start making slaughtering profit, which is going to eventually increase. If you have that patience, if you have that investment, if you have that mindset, go for it. Startup is a very good option after big tech. One of our colleagues, Data Sutram is his company. I'm going to name him. It's among the topmost startups now. He's my batchmate. He was my batchmate from the chemical engineering group. Now he's doing pretty well. He didn't even sit for the campus placements. That's how brave you need to be. That's an example. He has inspired me so much. And that's how it should be. So if you have that zeal within yourself, if you have decided what is your customer base, if you have decided the investment, go for it. Go for the execution, and everything else will follow. Rest is all history. You know, I know. If you like it, share it, subscribe to our channel, hit the bells icon, and we will keep on bringing more videos like this, both business and technical topics. Thank you.